The 4K dashcam market is getting crowded fast, and honestly, that's creating a different kind of problem for buyers. It's no longer about finding a dashcam that records in 4K. Now it's about figuring out which 4K dashcam actually gives you the features you need without paying for stuff you'll never use. And that brings us to two cameras that are getting a lot of attention right now, the 70mai A810 Lite and the newer 70mai 4K A810S. At first glance, these two look surprisingly similar. Both record in 4K, both support dual-channel recording, both offer parking surveillance, GPS tracking, voice commands, app connectivity, and optional 4G remote monitoring. On paper, it almost feels like you're looking at the same product. But once you start digging into the details, you realize these cameras are aimed at two slightly different drivers. One is focused on delivering excellent 4K performance in a smaller, cleaner package, while the other is trying to be the most feature-packed and advanced 4K dashcam in the lineup. So the big question is simple: which one should you actually buy? Let's get into it. Starting with the physical design, the first major difference becomes obvious immediately. The A810 Lite is significantly more compact. At just 91mm wide, it was specifically designed to stay hidden behind the rearview mirror and keep your windshield looking clean. If you're somebody who hates bulky electronics hanging in your line of sight, the A810 Lite immediately has an advantage. The A810S isn't massive by any means, but it follows a more traditional dashcam design. It occupies a little more space and feels slightly more premium and feature-focused. Both cameras include displays, both support rear camera connections, and both install using the familiar electrostatic sticker mounting system that makes installation much cleaner than sticking adhesive directly to your windshield. For drivers who prioritize a stealthy installation, we'd probably give the design win to the A810 Lite. Now let's talk about the most important thing: image quality. Both cameras record in true 4K resolution at 3840 by 2160, and both are capable of capturing critical details like license plates, road signs, lane markings, and vehicle movement with impressive clarity. Both also support HDR recording to help manage difficult lighting situations. But this is where the A810S starts pulling ahead. The A810S uses Sony's Starvis 2 IMX678 sensor, which has already earned a strong reputation in the dashcam world for excellent dynamic range and low light performance. On top of that, 70mai adds several proprietary technologies, including MyColor Vivid Plus, ROI license plate enhancement, Night Owl Vision, and Lumi Vision. These systems work together to improve detail retention in harsh sunlight, tunnels, bad weather, nighttime driving, and even near total darkness when parked. The A810 Lite still performs extremely well. It features an impressive f.155 aperture that allows a huge amount of light into the sensor, giving it excellent nighttime visibility for its class. HDR performance is also surprisingly strong, especially during transitions between bright and dark environments. But if we're being honest, if your number one priority is getting the absolute best image quality possible, especially at night, the A810S clearly has the advantage. Where things get interesting is when we look at connectivity and everyday usability. Both cameras support GPS logging, parking surveillance, voice commands, app control, and optional 4G remote monitoring through 70mai's hardwire solutions. Both can send alerts, support remote viewing, and provide parking protection when properly installed. However, the A810 Lite actually wins one category that a lot of people will appreciate: wireless speed. The Lite includes dual-band Wi-Fi 6 support operating on both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz frequencies, with download speeds reaching up to 25 megabytes per second. That means transferring large 4K files to your phone happens noticeably faster. The A810S also uses Wi-Fi 6, but operates primarily on 2.4 GHz, resulting in slower transfer speeds compared to the Lite. It might sound like a small thing, but anyone who frequently downloads footage for insurance claims, travel videos, or social media will definitely notice the difference. When it comes to parking protection, both systems offer solid coverage. The A810 Lite provides collision detection, time-lapse recording, buffered emergency recording, and support for 24-hour surveillance when paired with the hardwire kit. If someone bumps your vehicle while parked, the camera automatically saves footage and alerts you when you return. The A810S takes things a step further with AI motion detection. Instead of only waiting for physical impacts, it can actively detect suspicious movement around your vehicle and trigger recording before contact even happens. Combined with 4G remote monitoring and live viewing, it creates a much more advanced parking security system. For people who regularly leave their vehicles parked in public areas, apartment complexes, airports, or city streets, that's a meaningful upgrade. Another important area is long-term durability. Thankfully, both cameras move away from traditional lithium batteries and use supercapacitor-based designs. That's something we always like to see because batteries tend to suffer in extreme heat and freezing temperatures. Supercapacitors are far more reliable for long-term use and are better suited for vehicles that spend their lives parked outdoors. Both cameras are rated for operation from -10 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius. Storage support is also excellent on both models, with each supporting up to 512 gigabytes micro SD cards, allowing days of continuous recording before footage starts overwriting itself. So, after comparing everything, where do we land? Honestly, it comes down to what type of driver you are. If you want the most compact setup possible, faster wireless transfers, excellent 4K footage, strong night performance, GPS tracking, parking surveillance, and 4G compatibility without spending extra for features you may never use, the A810 Lite is probably the smarter buy. It delivers almost everything most drivers actually need, while staying smaller, cleaner, and easier to live with on a daily basis. Community feedback has also consistently praised its compact footprint and surprisingly premium feature set for the price. But if you're the type of driver who wants every advantage available, the A810S remains the flagship option. The Starvis 2, My Color Vivid Plus, ROI license plate enhancement, AI motion detection, night owl vision, and advanced parking monitoring simply give it more capability when conditions become difficult. It isn't just recording what happens, it's actively working to capture clearer evidence when you need it most. At the end of the day, both are excellent 4K dashcams, and honestly, that's what makes this comparison interesting. Usually one product clearly dominates the other. Here, it really depends on your priorities. The A810 Lite feels like the best value-focused daily driver, while the A810S feels like the enthusiast's choice for maximum protection and maximum performance. So that's the truth about 70mai's 4K dashcams. If you were spending your own money today, which one would you pick? The compact and practical A810 Lite or the fully loaded A810S? Let us know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this comparison, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for more dashcam reviews and automotive tech content, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.